face of the team, one of the faces of the league. Attention is coming my way, whether I want it or not. Once I decided to let the world know who and what I stand for.
Thank God just for allowing me to sit right here.
It was like I put a target on my back.
Why do you think people don't like you?
He just lost sight of who he was. He has no one but himself to blame.
What do y'all want me to say? Because I'm not finna give y'all nothing.
This what turned me into a monster. I was on the elevator with a lot of the guys who was in the All-Star weekend. And they was asking everybody, what y'all doing tonight? Dwight, what you on? Oh, you finna probably go read the Bible or something. And I was like, all right. But I did have a taste for women. What do I do? Like, I'm 18. Like,
Yeah, they throwing it at you.
that don't mean that I don't believe in God. Is this really bad? Or am I just experiencing life? I can't go back.
And we may edit this without, I don't know. But I'm just curious. You got 5 kids.
And 5 moms.
It's a lot of pro athletes that end up with these random baby mamas. Look like they just want some more. Why does this keep being repeated?
How will we know? How?
This is The Deep End with Lecrae.
All right, y'all. Today, I have one of the most dominant basketball players of this era, of a generation. This dude is an NBA champion, 8-time NBA All-Star, 8-time All-NBA selection, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 5-time rebounding champion, led the Orlando Magic to the NBA Finals, and then the way he played changed the way we all imagined the way a big man could play. Today, he's recognized as a Hall of Famer. You know, he's cemented a legacy that only few players can match in history. So that is his basketball statistics, y'all. I mean, that's a lot, just so y'all know. And if you don't know his story, the stats is only half of it. It's a lot to this man. If you've ever listened to any of his interviews, man, he entered the league as some smiling little kid from Atlanta. He wasn't little. Smiling kid from Atlanta, #1 pick who talked very openly about his faith. He seemed like he was destined to become the next face of the NBA. But then along came some injuries and some trades and some changing locker rooms, a lot of public criticism and questions and all kinds of scrutiny and personal stuff. And, you know, today we're going to go beyond the highlights, man. We're going to go beyond the headlines. We're going to talk about, you know, all of the things that make him who he is. He's more than you understand. And, man, he keeps it 100. I done seen him keep it 100, keep it 1,000. So we're going to keep it 1,000 on the deep end, man. We got none other than Dwight Howard. We appreciate you, big dog.
Appreciate you.
Welcome, man. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
It's been a long time.
2004.
I feel like it's been a long time. I know. Don't make me old now. Come on. That's when you came in the league,
that's
though.
When I came in the league.
Yeah, that's when you came in the league.
Rocking the Go Hard.
Yeah.
Every game we was coming out to it. So that's when kind of put the world on.
Yeah.
On hey, this is Lecrae, man. This is my favorite artist from the A.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, and then he blew up and went Hollywood on me, y'all. So you know what I'm saying? I catch him at Gladys Night Chicken and Waffle. Like, hey, what's up? You like, hey, what's up? Well, he didn't offer to pay for my food, nothing, bro. He just said, I'm messing with you. I got my own money. It's all good, bro. No, I'm just messing with you, man. But yeah, man, you did when you came in the league, you came in kind of like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. You know, like,
yes,
I love Jesus, and I'm gonna change the NBA for Jesus. And then you got in the
you
NBA,
sound like Mr. Hankey.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, that's just talking about from South Park.
Yeah, Mr. Hankey. But I'm just saying that's how I was coming into the music industry. You know, it's like I'm gonna
change everything.
Do it for Jesus, and then you get behind the doors, and it's like,
this is different.
This is kind of gangster.
Yeah,
it's a little bit different.
So. Different.
When do you feel like, you know, your naive, like, Father Abraham Dwight got confronted with, like, what did I get myself into? Did it happen as soon as your rookie year, or was it like?
Oh, it was every day.
Okay.
It was every day, you know what I'm saying? Because I think once I decided to let the world know who and what I stand for, it was like I put a target on my back. You know what I'm saying? And so every demonic, angelic, any and everything was coming my way.
Yeah.
And as an 18-year-old, how was I supposed to handle it? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing. All I knew was basketball, my church, and my school. So now I'm out of those two comfort zones of church and school, and I'm all the way in Orlando, which is not far, but it is far from what I was accustomed to. So
Yeah.
you know, it was difficult at first, and throughout the years, it's just any and every little mistake I made, it was publicized. So it was like, golly, like, you know, my faith is here, but people only see the mistakes.
Because that's, you know, bad news travel fast. You know what I'm saying? I think about myself, you know, success, money don't change people, but at the same time, success in having people in your circle now and having like, you know, you naive, you kind of like, oh wow, you looking up to certain people, and there's voices who tell you, no, do this and don't do that, and nah, Playboy, do this. And I know for me, being in the music industry and having these people I looked up to my whole life, and I'm surrounded by it, you know, I compared myself to them, so I didn't feel like I was going that far left. But when I compared myself to what I used to be, or what I thought I was going to be, I was a little more left than I would like to admit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, my story's out there, so it's kind of like I just take it, you know, take it on the chin. Yeah, there was the drugs, there was the drinking, there was the whole nine. But I'm curious, like, I felt it coming. I could feel it like coming probably around 2016 for me. Like, it's like, oh, this is coming. I don't know. Did you see the enemy coming your way? Did you see the drama, the temptations, or was it like it just hit you?
I felt like I could see it, but it was like, dang, what do I do? Like, I'm 18. Like,
Yeah.
It's my first time being able to be away from my parents' house, my first time being on my own. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a person that was into the drugs or anything like that. But I did have a taste for women. And that was something, when you're in the NBA,
What?
it's very hard to like be like, all right, I'm gonna just chill. And you know,
Yeah, they throwing it at you.
Fortunately, you know, I wouldn't say it's unfortunate. Fortunately, I have, you know, children from, you know, a lot of my different situations, but it taught me a lot of lessons that I needed, and I experienced some things that, because of God's grace, I can always go back and talk to my kids and let them know, like, hey, man, God delivered me from so many different temptations and things that were going on in my young career that I didn't have a lot of people to turn to.
Yeah.
How many people have experienced coming into the NBA at 18, having the world available to them at any beck and call? You know, like, how would you take it?
Yeah. No, that's the thing I think a lot of people don't anticipate or expect. You know, just me having a lot of pro athlete friends, celebrity friends, even myself, you know, you see how accessible everything is. And it's in front of you. A lot of people don't know. As soon as you get to that hotel,
it was really bad, you know, and I think for me, that's what made me want to just be a loner. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, man, you know what? I'd just rather be by myself. That way I can't get in trouble. Nobody can say I did anything.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for it. So it's like being a loner it's like, man, nobody wants to live alone.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants
right.
to experience all these different things that come with being a professional athlete alone. You know, and for me, coming out of high school, I wanted to spend that time with people that I genuinely cared about. And I met so many people along the way. It was like, golly, I got so many friends, so many people that I've, from being in the NBA for 2 decades, you develop friendships with so many different people. So
yeah,
it was a tough one.
All right, so I'm talking to my business owners out there. If you're running a business, every missed phone call can be money that's walking out the door. You paid to get that lead. Don't lose that lead because nobody answered the phone. That's why today's episode is brought to you by Quo, spelled Q-U-O. Quo is the #1 rated business phone system on G2, trusted by over 90,000 businesses. All your calls, all your texts and voicemails stay in one place, so your whole team has a conversation history and can respond quickly. And what I really like is the built-in AI agent, because it can answer after-hours calls. It responds to questions and even books appointments, so you're not missing opportunities while you sleep. It also integrates with tools like HubSpot, Zapier, Claude, and more. And listen, there's money on the line, so always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free, plus get 20% off your first 6 months when you go to quo.com/deepend. That's QUO.com/deepend. Okay, so recently I've been paying a whole lot more attention to how I eat. And one thing that I realized is that the hunger and the cravings are not always just about discipline. Sometimes your body actually needs better support. And that's why I like Pendulum Metabolic Daily. It's a science-backed probiotic designed to support your body's natural GLP-1 response. It helps you feel fuller longer, experience fewer cravings, and it makes it easier to stay on track with your health goals. It's just 1 capsule a day with food, and some customers report fewer cravings and more energy in as little as a week, though individual results can vary. Listen, you can get automatic deliveries every month or every 3 months, and you may even be able to use FSA or HSA dollars. Right now, podcast listeners can get an exclusive 20% off their first order at pendulumlife.com/deepend. That's pendulumlife.com/deepend for 20% off your first order. I've tried it. I'm trying it. I like it. Trust me. Now, you struggled in Orlando, leaving and getting hurt, and Van Gundy. You had a lot of little things, not a little. You had a lot of things going on in that season of your life. Did you feel like, man, I mean, I already know it was a tough time for you. Where do you feel like God was? Did you feel like he was quiet? He left you? How was you?
Yeah, there was sometimes I was like, man, God, where you been at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting public scrutiny and, you know what I'm saying, about things that I can't really control. You know, some things that happened in Orlando, like the coach wanting to get fired and all this stuff. Like, I didn't know what was going on between what the team was saying to him and what they were saying to me and what he was saying to them. I'm just a little, well, I was 21 at the time we wanted him fired, but I'm like, man, I just want to play basketball. I feel like our coach has lost a voice to the team, and I'm just being honest. That's all I knew was to say how I felt.
Yep.
And always be honest, but it seemed like being honest and being vulnerable really get you messed up and get you hurt. So it's like, who do I go to? And I really didn't feel like I had that at times in Orlando, and I feel like God left me. And I was like, man, dang, God, like, what did I do to deserve this? But you know what? I spent a lot of time researching after that and trying to find out, like, what is and who is God really? Not what we were taught, not how we were taught, but like, I really want to know. I really want to know. I started traveling, started going to different places around the world, India, Africa, Egypt, going into these different places where Jesus actually went and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, well, I know for sure that God is real. I know for sure that Jesus is real. He existed and he's coming back. I know for sure all these things because going to these different places around the world, it made me closer to God. It made me understand more of who my provider is.
Yeah. What do you say to this version of you now who's been through hell and back, you know what I'm saying, who's achieved all these things? What would you tell 21-year-old Dwight?
It's crazy. Every time I would get asked a question about what would I tell my younger self, I feel like that's what I have to tell my kids. They're my younger selves. They're the youngest versions of myself. And my job is to tell them everything that I didn't tell myself and do when I was their age. You know, let them know. For me, I can't go back. and take away nothing that happened that I've done in my life. But what I can do is die to myself every day.
Yeah.
And live as the best way possible.
Yeah.
And it's pretty difficult, but
You say that a lot. Like you said, die to myself. I'm just curious, like, what does that look like just on a Tuesday? You know, not a highlight reel, just like, what does Tuesday dying to yourself look like?
Tuesday dying to myself. Man. Thoughts of wanting to be with.
Yeah. Hey, you in the safe space.
I have those thoughts sometimes, but it's like, what am I doing? Where am I going? Like, how can I make myself better? How can I be better for my kids, wife, and stuff like that? So dying to myself is more so every day taking a step back from ego, pride, and sacrificing that for my children.
Is that hard? Cause you Superman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like at least that was like your alter ego. You know what I'm saying? Is Superman. Like, is there a version of Superman that you had to let go to become the version that you're trying to be now?
I think that Superman is just something that people made up.
Okay.
I never asked to be Superman.
Okay.
I never asked to be nobody but Dwight. And I think people have twisted that because they want me to be any and everything. And I'm just like, hey, man, this is who I am. You know, I'm not whatever y'all want me to be. You know, this is the person I am. You know, I think the people who are around me, you know, they see a different version than what most people see. I might seem like I'm the loudest, the silliest, or the goofiest all the time, but I'm really laid back. I'm really quiet, which is weird. You know, I might have my moments, but I think the Superman came from what I was able to express on the court.
Yeah.
You know, and during my playing days, my expressions on the court was just me telling God, thank you. Everything I did on the court, smiling, all that stuff was just showing God how grateful I was for the opportunity to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
So I think my loudest expressions, Superman and jumping and touching the top of the backboard, dunking, all that was just God's, I would say, the strength and the peace that he was giving me. I kind of wanted to let it flow out while I was playing.
Did you ever feel that, because there was definitely a season in my life where I wish, now mind you, this was not a healthy season for me. There was a season in my life where I wish the world didn't know me as the Christian rapper because it felt like a lot of pressure. And there was sometimes I just wanted to wild out and without nobody being like you know, it was one time
considered wilding out, like just.
Well, I mean, it depends on the season. It was one season when I was at this spot called Sweet Lounge in Atlanta. And you know, I'm just chilling. The dude walks up to me. He's like, man, I know you be running through them, bro. I know you be running through them. And I was like, man, why can't I just be in here chilling? Why has it got to be like, you the Christian dude, and I know. And I'm just curious, did you ever like, man, I don't want y'all to see me as like the super Christian. I just want to be Dwight.
I thought people just saw me as a super Christian because the first thing I said was I wanted to put the cross on the NBA logo. So everybody took that as saying, oh, he got to be a super Christian.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I am a massive believer in Christ. My faith has always been there, but I was 18. I didn't experience nothing in life, nothing at all coming out of high school. So there were some things that I got into that I'm pretty sure every single person on this planet, if they was 18 coming into the NBA,
right,
they probably would have had some moments where they fail.
Right.
And there's a lot of times where I would say, is this really bad? Or am I just experiencing life? Like, God, are you going to punish me for my misguidance? Are you going to punish me for me not knowing any of these things for real? Are you going to punish me for living my life? Like, I had all those questions. And then for a time, I was just like, man, I'm going to just live. I'm going to just live. You know what I'm saying? Like, God know my heart. He know I'm not finna go off and do nothing crazy, take no crazy stuff, do no crazy stuff. But I'm gonna live. I
Yeah.
gotta have some type of experience. That was in my ego and my pride. You know what I'm saying? So I did have those moments and those times, and when that happened, God had to spank me for it.
Yes, indeed. I've definitely been spanked. That's how. I have a lot of compassion for people who, you know, society has heavy expectations on, because at the end of the day, like, we're all susceptible. You know, the Bible says, "Take heed lest you fall." It's like it ain't no special, like you not like you not immune. And I thought I was immune for a while. Like, I know I'm good. So I have a special place in my heart for folks like that. That's why I even, you know, created this podcast, because I want people to feel a sense of like, oh, I can just be authentic and be honest and say, yeah, I did it and it wasn't right and it's all good and God still love me and I'm moving forward, or I'm in therapy, or I need to be in therapy, but I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. But when I look at your story, you know, I see there's more to it. I never say what's wrong with that person. I say what happened to that person. Right? Nobody knows the trauma that you may endure growing up. Nobody knows the things that led you to certain decisions. But a lot of times you just get written off because of the decision without anybody
Or a lot of
investigating.
times it'd be stuff that I didn't even do.
True that.
That's on the internet and people think I've done
boy.
it. So I have to deal with that. You know, that's been, you know, some probably the hardest parts right there is to deal with lies and things that's being said, and even things like people suing, knowing that they're lying when they're trying to sue, but an average person wouldn't understand, why would this person lie to try to sue you? Because they're trying to get money.
For sure.
So they will lie and say anything.
For sure.
And I've been at the blunt of those situations where people will lie and say anything, and if I say something back now, it look like, oh, it is true, or this did happen.
Well, it don't matter what you say.
You can't say anything.
It don't matter what you say.
So the best thing, I'm like, man, let me just be quiet, man, and focus on the inside. You know, focus on getting myself right, wrong, and indifferent. It's not the world's place to come and say, hey, you should have did this or did that, when all of us, Romans 3:23, have sinned and come short of the glory of God.
That boy grew up in church, boy.
Oh, I'm in my word. But just for, you know, that used to bother me. Like, just because I'm making these mistakes, or, you know, I enjoy women, that don't mean that I don't believe in God. That don't mean I read my word and I go to church and I'm in Bible study and I don't. But there was a point in my time where I'm like, man, hey, if I'm not married, I'm a single man. And I didn't want to be with a man. So, of course, there was times where I wanted
the company of a woman. I've been there many times. So I understand. And thank God for our wives for tolerating the people that we are. So let's talk about kids for a minute, because you got 5 kids.
And 5 moms.
5 mothers to your children.
4. One passed away.
Okay.
God rest her soul.
Has there ever been, like, did you feel it necessary, or did you have to, like, sit down and talk to them? Because in NBA life is a different kind of life, right? Like 82 games, you gone all the time. I got a couple homies in the NBA, and it's like they might getting in till 2:00 in the morning, and then it's like, man, you wake up, and it's like, man, you play daddy a little bit, but then you got to dip out.
That's the one thing that, you know, at a young age, you know, it worked out kind of good, because I'm retired now. My kids are at the age where they can understand. I can spend time with them. They're teenagers and young teenagers. So, you know, that the infant stage and the toddler stage was very difficult, because that was when they was with moms the most. And I'm like, man, I really want to spend this time with them, because we can't get this time back, especially when they're little kids like this. And it's so, you know, we can make such an impression on them. And that was a difficult part of having to sacrifice. I don't think people understand the sacrifice it takes to want to be one of the greatest at anything you're doing. If you're a professional athlete and you have children or whatever it may be and you want to be at the top, you got to sacrifice time. And for me, I didn't have a lot of time to do anything because most of my time was dedicated to training, recovery, working out, working on my game, watching film, doing all these different things. So it's like, man, like I know I made these children, but man, I want more of a connection, more time with them.
Yeah.
So when I did get that time, I made it the most valuable time I could have with them. No distractions, just them. But it's also very difficult because we got to train during the summertime. We got to put in more work in the summertime to get ready for the next season. So it's like summertime ain't time to be like, I'm finna just kick up and chill. Summertime, like, nah, we got a game plan for the next year, how I'm gonna train, what I'm gonna do. And so now with young kids, it's like nanny got to go everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was expensive, but I had my kids with me.
I guess in my mind, this is a random question, and then we may edit this one out. I don't know, but I'm just curious. It's a lot of pro athletes that end up with these random baby mamas who are, from the outside looking in, look like they just want some money. What is it? What's not happening? Why does this keep being repeated?
How will we know? How would somebody know that someone's lying to them and they only trying to get them for their money? When people can come up with the greatest lies, they can come up with the greatest manipulation, they can come up with the best words to tell a person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people will do that. Everybody will have a motive. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it could be good and sometimes it could be bad. You know, and a lot of times for us as athletes, we don't have time to really develop great relationships with a partner because we're gone most of the time. So when we're with our partners a couple days, then now we got to go off to another city. Then we come back. It's a couple more days and we off to another city. So it's not like it's consistency.
So you just seeing the best of them.
You just seeing whoever they're showing you until they can get what they want.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying everybody's like that.
Yeah.
But if you see the majority of what's going on, it seems like people are doing it so they could get, you know, the benefit. And then as I got older, I started to think that maybe most women, I hope I don't get crushed for saying this.
You straight.
That they don't marry for love right away. I think they marry for security and stuff like that. And the man, I think the man may marry for love or what he think is love. Because a lot of times in these situations, you might be like, you know what, I do love her. But that might be the only level of understanding that we have of love. Everybody's level is different. So, you know, I had my kids at a young age in the NBA from 18 to, I want to say, 25, 28. So they were pretty young. So having these kids at the young, 18, 22, 25, having them at a young age, I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay. So you just was naive. You said
I didn't know what I was doing.
So what is it? Is it the responsibility of the vets?
But what can the vets? All right, so if you know somebody that's making $500 million or more, what can you tell them? What can you tell them?
Yeah, I can see that.
What can you tell an athlete who's not saying that I was a person that wouldn't listen to anything like that, but one, I didn't know what I was doing. So even if they did tell me, I couldn't see it because hell, I'm only 18, 19 years old. So I'm thinking everybody got the same attitude as me, which is love your neighbor as thyself. Be nice, be kind. That's me. I'm coming in like, oh, this a nice young lady, you know. I'm thinking this way, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody not seeing that. Everybody ain't got the googly eyes or the nice eyes. They looking at, oh, I got a chance to get this check or I got a chance to get a baby or whatever it may be. So it's very, very difficult, man. And, you know, my parents did the best they could, but it's hard.
Yeah, even they don't
misguided because you're dealing with, we're the upper echelon of athletes.
Mm-hmm.
At the time in my career, I'm face of the team, one of the faces of the league. Attention is coming my way, whether I want it or not. And also me saying that I'm a Christian, me throwing it out there, I want the cross on the NBA logo. So you don't think people saying, hold up, we finna take him down.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Or we finna change his attitude or his thought process. And the biggest culprit is the devil.
Mm-hmm.
And there were times where let's say I was doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the devil would go away. And he'll sit and watch and lurk.
Yeah.
And come back 7 times stronger. and that's been the thing right there. It's like, man,
yeah,
he won't stop. The devil will not stop until you kill, steal, and destroy everything.
For sure. All right, so one thing I learned is that timing can make good financial decisions look like bad ones. Sometimes you already earn the money, you're just waiting on somebody else to release that money to you. And that never made a lot of sense to me. So that's why today's sponsor is EarnIn. And EarnIn is a financial technology company, not a bank. And their app gives you access to money that you've already earned. You can get up to $150 a day with up to $1,000 between paychecks. Access limits are based on your earnings and risk factors. Standard cash outs take 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees. And if you need your money faster, expedited transfers are available for a fee, and tips are completely voluntary and do not affect the service. Listen, more than 5 million people are already using EarnIn, so download EarnIn on the App Store or Google Play. It's spelled like earning without the G. When you sign up, type The Deep End with Lecrae under podcast. It really helps the show. It's available in select states. Terms and restrictions apply. Visit EARNIN.com for full details. EarnIn.com. See you there. So you was talking earlier about how much time and preparation goes into becoming great. Mm-hmm. And you're one of the, I would say you're one of the top 20 big men in existence.
Top 10 in the history of basketball.
Okay.
He's trying to play me right now.
I wasn't trying to play you. I just was I'm saying what the people say.
And the people got me top 10.
Top 10. My bad.
Dang,
let me put some respect on the man's name.
Hey, come on, man.
See, this what happened. Dudes stop playing ball and then they just be trying to correct their facts. And this Bill Russell, dog. You sleeping on Bill. My bad.
I just look at it in tiers. No. You got most dominant centers, then you have most skilled centers.
Yeah.
And then you just have the best centers to exist. Now, okay. I believe that as one of the most dominant, I would be top 3.
I can see you. I can see this.
Shaq is the most dominant.
Absolutely.
Then you got Wilt. And I'm right there.
Okay. All right.
As so what
dominant? Dominance.
Dominant mean like the presence in the game when I'm on the
court.
Hard
to stop.
When I'm on the court, it's not just offense.
Okay.
It's defense too. Like, hey, I'm not going in the paint when
Buddy's here. You change the flow of the game.
Correct.
Dominance.
So that's dominant. Now, most skilled, you got Kareem. You got Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem is skilled.
You got Jokic. You got another skilled guy like what's his name? Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
Or David Robinson.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's different.
Set. Okay. I give you that.
You see what I'm saying?
I give you that.
Yeah.
So you, in a quest to be great, you played with 2 of the greatest players, arguably in the history of basketball, Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. A lot of people have said in certain seasons of your life, they would say, this is the best teammate ever. But then other people treated, like Kobe, for instance, was like, I don't engage. I don't interact with him.
Oh, when I left?
Yeah.
I was there for a year. And I think just like with a bad relationship, if it's communication from the outside, when everybody else is talking and saying one thing to this person and one thing to that person, and y'all never communicate, then it just blows up.
Okay.
And I don't think, because I was so young at the time, I'm already kind of upset about what happened with the Magic and all this stuff, the trade, all this stuff. Go to LA. You know, I come in the season fresh off of back surgery, tore my labrum in the middle of the season, and I'm getting the blame of everything. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, I'm the youngest, one of the youngest on the team. I came here fresh off back surgery. Yeah. Most people who have torn labrums, they miss the season. I played with a torn labrum. Jameer Nelson, my teammate, had a torn labrum, had surgery. I played through it. I just kept doing bench presses and kept asking God to protect my shoulders.
So you never got surgery for it?
I still haven't got surgery from it. So I had a torn, not just a tight labrum. It was torn. And that year people was, oh, he's soft, he couldn't do this. I'm like, do you understand? Anytime somebody just did like that to my arm, it felt like my arm was about to just fall off.
Okay.
And so I'm playing through all this pain thinking that I got to show everybody I'm Superman. I got to show everybody I'm the biggest and the strongest and all that. And all that did was get me back down.
Okay.
Now I'm sitting and watching because pride and ego got in the way.
Yeah. And I mean, again, I know it's almost sacrilegious to say anything negative about Kobe Bryant, but many people have said he was not the most personable person on the team. So it's not like a secret that
I wouldn't say he wasn't most personable. It was just he was a lot older than I was at the time.
Yeah.
And we really didn't have the same goals, or we didn't look like we had the same goal.
Yeah.
I was hearing things like he thought I was more focused on movies and all this other stuff. And I'm like, man, I need all this other stuff to balance what I'm doing out. I got a basketball overload. I've been doing this since I was a baby. This is all I know is basketball. So now I'm in the NBA doing it. Yes, I'm grateful. Yes, I'm thankful, but this is all I'm actually knowing. It gotta be more to life than this, because I don't want to wait till I'm done to be like, ooh, what is this? Oh, I could have did that, or I should have did that, when I could do this and balance out what I was doing with basketball. Because when I first started and I was doing it, it was amazing. I was 8-time All-Star. I was doing all the things because I had more of a balance.
Yeah.
But when I tried to give so much time and everything, it was like I forgot about Dwight. I forgot about everything else that comes with me.
You a diamond. We all diamonds. There's different sides of us.
Yes. Yeah.
So on the flip side, you have a LeBron who you got a ring with. And LeBron, on the flip side, shows a lot of different sides of his diamond, right? So he's like, yeah, Taco Tuesday, and I'm gonna do the movie, and I'm gonna do all of these particular things. Did you feel like you were more, like, all of those aspects of what you were trying to do was more accepted?
I don't think it was accepted back then.
Really?
And then also, when I first got in the league, I was getting a lot of pushback from people because I was representing Christ. I was saying that I want to have the logo on the NBA. So anything I did, it was like, you ain't no real Christian. I'm getting that. I'm getting, all type of stuff. It was like, man, how do I deal with this, man? Ain't nobody tell me it was going to be like this, but I'm getting, like, if I do something, man, I told y'all, or I never forget, this what turned me into a monster, one kind of monster. I was on the elevator with a lot of the guys who was in the All-Star weekend. I think it was in Denver. And they was asking everybody, what y'all doing tonight? Like, hey, what you on tonight? I'm finna go to the club. Dwight, what you on? Then Emeka Okafor says, oh, you finna probably go read the Bible or something. And I was like, all right, every time I play him, I'm going to demolish him for playing with me like that. But I'm so young, and I'm like, dang,
I've
man,
been there.
like, I'm a Christian. I can't be a Christian now. I can't if I go out, now I'm bad because I'm out. Like,
DeMarcus Cousins made me a monster because I tried to give him my CD. It was a Church Clothes CD. Shout out to you, DeMarcus. Church Clothes CD. And I was like, yeah, man, it's like, it's a mixtape. But then, Coach Bobby was like, it's a gospel rap CD. And then he was like, man, I don't do that gospel rap. And I was like, Hey, bro, he just threw my CD on the ground. I was
He
like,
threw it on the ground?
Yeah, he was like, nah, I don't do the gospel rap CD. So in my mind, I said, I just don't like being pigeonholed because I'm not what you think I am. But shout out to Boogie. I mean, you did his thing. But I just in my brain, it was like I want to show people that what I do is actually dope and not just this little thing you can write off. So I get that perspective. But I'm also curious for you. You know, you was talking about like it wasn't acceptable and you know, some of them things made you a monster. But at the same time, I'm curious, like, how do you navigate when everyone's, I mean, they may say one thing about you, but how do you navigate when everybody's doing the same stuff you doing, but yours is all over the TV?
Yeah, I get in trouble.
Yeah.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Man, that be the hardest part. And then I realized, like, Dwight, you are the example. You can't run from it. You can't. So
you feel like it was the Lord putting that spotlight on you?
Yeah, you're the example. God, they need to see what to do and what not to do.
That's good. Because,
man, the average NBA career is 3 to 4 years. 2 decades.
It's crazy.
Throughout all the nonsense, whatever mistakes, at the end, I was able to get that crown.
Yeah.
Which is the Hall of Fame.
That's big time.
So now I'm solidified. Whatever I'm saying, I'm not gonna tell you nothing floozy. I'm gonna give you 1,000%.
Yeah.
And so that's why I feel like God kept me throughout all of this. So I can come back and minister, be what he's called me to be.
Yeah.
Now, when I first got into the league, well, before I got into the league, I had asked God, what was my purpose in life? And he spoke and said, to preach my word in the NBA.
Yeah. The voice in the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now get into the word, get into the NBA, everything in its power tried to get me to lose my soul, my mind, my will, and my emotions. Everything in the NBA is catered toward doing that for not just me, for anybody that's a part of it. And that's how the devil wants for this world. He wants to take away our mind, our will, and our emotions. And being at the top of a game doesn't mean that your mind is right.
Yeah, that's right. I definitely stood up and accepted a Grammy knowing my mind was not right.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
The enemy tries to take that, and that's a part of dying every day, renewing your mind.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do coming from some of the circumstances that I've dealt with. But I'm like, nah, it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
God still has a plan for whatever it is he want me to do outside of the NBA. It don't change.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Now, how do you handle, because it's somebody listening to you. It's two people listening to you. It's one person listening to you saying, man, that's inspiring. Like, this is what I need to hear right now. It's another person listening to you saying, man, nigga,
he just
this
talking.
nigga trash. This nigga, man, whatever, bro. Bro, fake is a $2, $3 bill. How do you deal with that in your own personal life?
Just by being authentic.
Okay.
I've been the same silly, major look since I was in high school, since I was young type of person. But now there's been so much life experience. And the one thing that I see that is happening, so many experiences made me want to lose my faith or become jaded in people. Like, man, I don't want to give no message to nobody. I don't care if it's a hater or somebody that love me. But the message got to be put out regardless. It's going to be people that hate you just because you breathing.
Yeah.
And I had to realize that you can't make everybody love you and everybody not going to love you and everybody not going to like you.
Right.
You know, And at a point in my life, I wanted everybody to like me. You know?
I know that.
And so when they don't like you or when you do something that they're pissed off at, how do you handle it? How do you deal with it? And I had to really sit with myself and see like, man, these people, man, they don't like me.
Yeah.
A lot, so they just hit because of money or this, that, and the third. But I got to be secure in who God has made me.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I got out of that stage.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. You know, man, I definitely look forward to keeping up with you and just, you know, I see you as a human being and not as like, ooh, the headlines, I mean, you are the athlete, the champion, all those particular things, but you way more than that. And I think it's necessary for us to begin to see people as humans and not just what they win or lose at.
I think it's hard. I think it would be hard. It's hard for a lot of people to see the human and all that stuff, only because they've only seen the superhuman.
That's right.
They've only seen that. So you know what, body of Christ, I apologize if I ever did anything to misrepresent God, Jesus, in the wrong way. I apologize. And I stand here free. I love you.
Dwight Howard, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
This is The Deep End with Lecrae.